take the piano. If I want to go to the supernatural piano. What you immediately can show also is that you can, on a synth keyboard, because it's semi-weighted, you can really play very sensitive wave piano. You can. So you can do that, but you can also. And have all these nuances of the acoustic piano inside, and also, yeah. So you can do that with it, and you will not hear loop sounds, and you will also recognize that even half pedaling will work, meaning that I have sympathetic resonance of strings of other notes that will happen if I pressed my pedal with these notes. These dampers will be lifted, and these other notes that I play will affect the resonance of the ones that I lifted, and so on. This is what Supernatural is about. Jupiter 50 has the same keyboard length, meaning 76 keys. So we didn't make it smaller. Why did we do that? Because we have supernatural piano inside. You need 76 keys if you want to play piano. You will see all the list of all the piano sounds are supernatural. We had multi-layer samples. I mean this. So I have a tonal change which is in the string sound. You can also use Tone Blender, for example, to change position from the concert hall where you are sitting to closer to, for example, the cello. So. Traditional PCM synth, if I play it softly, I can only make it louder, but it's a sample which was sampled playing a cello softly. With Jupiter synth, I can play softly and then start all the modeling technology and say, okay, put more pressure on the bow. So play louder and have your cello change its tone like a real cello. So. Keyboard, I don't have aftertouch on the Jupiter 50. I can correct this with a pedal, expression pedal, with a D-beam. I can assign it to that because I have the same amount of system controls. There's no balanced outputs XLR the way I have them on the big one, which is normal because the bottom here I only have place for jacks, but I have also my 4 outputs. The typical lead sounds that you and so on. Going to the very nice bass. There is a wavetable inside the Jupiter 50 which allows me to use one of the 314 different waveforms to have the real, exactly the same sound and filter behavior from a Prophet 5 from sequential circuits. Or you have a now you can really make this fat bass sound. And also the filter will behave in a way. But in the next bank, there's even more sounds, and you can go to the more extreme sounds that you get from monosynth and like the little tweakers that really not, make these edgy sounds. So you get like this, where you can really stack up the effects and get sounds that totally freak you out. And that are from today, from the kind of music that people like to make today in dance style. So you can see that I can use one controller to change relatively the values of all my synth engines to another. The Nord had it on the modulation, but it was absolute. That means it would always go from 0 to 127 once you went by the setting of the sound. And here I can go a lot further. So I can do it relatively. And there is a nice button, shuffle. If you don't know what to do with it, just press shuffle and the synthesizer will do something like you have on your iPod. It will select some setting and you get totally different sound. This is how you can find very cool new sounds and you would maybe be unable to create them. The shortcuts of the instrument. The shift button. You know, every instrument of Roland has a shift button. If you need to find the parameter that you want to edit, a pedal, a D-beam, whatever, you press shift, you go assignable puff and you're in the window. Everyone, the RD series, the FP, whatever, there's a shift button, you press it, you turn the knob and you're inside. So if I want to go, for example, harmony intelligent puff, I'm in harmony editing. I don't have to switch 5, 6, 7, 8 menus to get there, no. For example, if I go to a synth sound here, and I want to edit the first tone of the upper, I press shift and the first tone button here, check, and immediately I'm in the synth engine, which is very cool live. Because if not, if I would start from this window, I would have to go to, okay, I have to press this, then I have to press edit, then I have to press edit again, then I have to press synth edit, okay, I'm there. So, if you learn these few shortcuts, just being in that window, even from here, and say, okay. Now, the display, as I said, it's a monochrome, but we can fix that by the app, which is available for the iPad since last week, Wednesday. Free of charge, so if you have an iPad and you want to demo it, this is the editor, which is available for both Jupiter 80 and Jupiter 50. Please go to roland.com if you can, or to the Roland Spain website. You download, it's just one bin file you put on USB stick. You put the USB stick in the Jupiter 80 and you boot while holding the tempo button. And then it will start updating. When you see it's updating, you release the tempo button, you have the update done. When it says complete, you switch it off, remove the key, and it's done. And you will see a totally new synth with many new features. Of course, version 2 comes with totally new sounds. Jupiter always gets compared to Kronos and Motif, which are workstations. Jupiter is not a workstation, so please don't do that. I mean, the power of Jupiter lies not in a sequencer that 76% of the users do not use. They ask if it's inside, and they want to have it, but they're not going to use it. Because they all have PCs, Macs, whatever, have software that they can work with. So we said, okay, Roland got involved in Cakewalk, and Sonar, so we give Sonar with Jupiter 50 and Jupiter 80.